Aaron Dillon here, Managing Director of AG Dillon & Co. Here is May 9, 2025's Pre-IPO stock secondary market update. SpaceX, a space payload delivery and satellite internet company, has received FAA approval to increase its Starship and Super Heavy launch limit from 5 to 25 launches per year at its Starbase site in Texas. The FAA's final environmental assessment found no significant impact from increased launch activity. Also notable, Starbase now has been officially incorporated as a city with its leadership drawn from SpaceX employees. So it's great to see that these regulatory hurdles are being removed for SpaceX so they can accelerate its mission. This should bode well for the company getting Starship to production faster and meet or exceed its Starlink satellite launch plans. SpaceX has a $416 billion secondary market valuation. That's up 20% versus its December 2024 tender. Wonder, a prepared food company, has raised $600 million in fresh funding from investors, including NEA and Excel, bringing its total capital raised to over $2 billion. Mark Lohr is CEO. Lohr previously founded Jet.com, which he sold to Walmart in 2016 for $3.3 billion. Wonder is now valued at over $7 billion and generates more than $2 billion in annual revenue. The company recently expanded its footprint by acquiring Grubhub for $650 million in Blue Apron, and it plans to grow beyond the New York metro area with new locations in Philadelphia and Washington, D.C. Just Eat Takeaway, which sold Grubhub, reported $2.2 billion in revenue in 2024, including both U.S. and Canadian operations. Function Health, a direct-to-consumer healthcare tech company, has acquired full-body MRI company Ezra, and launched a new 22-minute scan priced at $499, down from Ezra's previous $1,495 30-minute scan. Function's platform now includes both blood and imaging diagnostics, offering members over 160 blood tests annually for $499 per year. Ezra, founded in 2018, had raised $44 million, while Function has raised $53 million and is seeking $200 million at a $2 billion valuation. Ezra's AI-powered scan technology, cleared by the FDA in January, is now live at 70-plus U.S. locations. The Function reports user numbers in the hundreds of thousands. OpenAI, the AI large language model business, is undergoing a corporate restructuring and negotiating with Microsoft, its largest investor and partner, to amend a deal where Microsoft currently receives 20% of OpenAI's revenue through 2030, tied to a projection of $174 billion in revenue in that year. That's a lot of money. OpenAI claims to cut Microsoft's share by 50% and convert profit sharing rights into traditional equity as part of a plan to restructure the for-profit arm into a public benefit corporation and remove prior investor return caps. OpenAI has raised over $13 billion from Microsoft, spends billions annually on Azure servers, and also struck deals with Oracle, Apple, and SoftBank, who reaffirmed the $30 billion commitment. That's a SoftBank commitment. The restructuring could pave way for an IPO, but Microsoft seeks to retain veto power and ongoing access to OpenAI's IP and future products beyond 2030. OpenAI has a $326 billion secondary market valuation that's up 8.9% versus its March 2025 convertible note round that's still currently going on. In other OpenAI news, OpenAI has appointed Instacart CEO Fiji Simo as CEO of its applications division, reporting to Sam Altman. The company restructures amid growing demand for scalable operations, and Simo, age 39, joined OpenAI's board in 2023 and will now oversee product-focused business units that connect AI research to real-world applications. She previously led Instacart through its IPO in 2023, ending a 3-year tech IPO drought, and held leadership roles at Facebook from 2019 to 2021. Simo will remain Instacart CEO for a few months before transitioning to the board chair as the company rolls out its new app, Fizz, targeting 21-plus customers. AI apps are an asset class unto itself, and it appears that the AI large language model platforms will be offering apps, and there are also AI app-specific independent companies bringing solutions to market too. In short, it's clear that consumers and businesses cannot figure out how to maximize the AI models themselves, and they need this application layer to really realize the value. I believe that there's a lot of money to be made in AI apps, investing into AI apps. That said, it's going to be hard to pick which AI apps will be winners. And for the independent AI app companies, how they're going to stack up and differentiate from the AI apps that are developed by the large language model platforms like OpenAI, Anthropic, Google Gemini, etc. Stargate, the AI data center business and a joint venture between OpenAI and SoftBank, is planning to build $500 billion worth of AI-focused data centers across 10 countries over the next 4 years, marking one of the largest global infrastructure pushes in AI to date. These international facilities will support not only OpenAI, but also other companies and AI developers with a focus on keeping data within national borders. Stargate's expansion will be done in coordination with the U.S. government and aims to enable countries to build on democratic AI infrastructure rather than authoritarian models. Priority markets include India and Japan, where OpenAI and SoftBank are already collaborating on localized AI products. This announcement is a big deal, in my opinion. Effectively, Stargate becomes another CoreWeave, Lambda Labs, or Together AI, and it's basically an AI cloud provider. So no doubt Stargate will have special tie-ins with OpenAI, which may have incremental attractive value to developers. So I'll be keeping my eye very closely on this business. Whoop, the health-focused wearable company, last valued at $3.6 billion after $200 million SoftBank-led round in 2021, has launched its first new hardware in 3.5 years, the Whoop 5.0 and Whoop MG, or medical grade. The screenless fitness trackers now feature improved battery life, that's up to 14 days or 30 days with a wireless pack, and blood pressure tracking, ECG, atrial fibrillation detective, and VO2 max. The devices come with a $199 per year subscription with premium plans at $329 and $359. Whoop saw a 70% increase in subscriptions last year and hopes to reach beyond elite athletes to general consumers, including pregnant and menopausal women. Bands cost $49 to $199, and the app includes 160 plus biometric metrics, integrations with apps like Strava and Withings, and a physiological age estimator based on 9 factors. Whoop competes with Aura, which itself was valued at over $5 billion, and Samsung, and it's positioning itself as a smartwatch alternative with deeper insights, but no screen. Klarna, the consumer lending and payments company, received a major boost from U.S. regulators. The Consumer Financial Protection Bureau, or CFPB, announced it will no longer prioritize enforcement of a rule that classifies buy now, pay later firms like Klarna as credit card issuers under the Truth in Lending Act. The rollback removes requirements for standardized disclosures, informal dispute investigations, and billing statements, which Klarna and peers criticized as mismatched to how consumers use buy now, pay later. In October, the Financial Technology Association, of which Klarna is a member, sued the CFPB, arguing that the agency had overstepped by issuing rules through interpretation. The recent CFPB move eases regulatory pressure at a critical moment for Klarna, which has raised over $4 billion and is targeting a public listing. Klarna has an $11.8 billion secondary market valuation. It is up 76% from its July 2022 round. Okay, that's it for me this week. Thanks, and see you all next week.